Hey everybody. I'm really here. Hello. Y'all give me just a minute and let me get these um hang on just a second. Oh goodness, y'all. Let me know if you're here joining me. I would love to know so I can say hey to you. I have missed y'all so bad. Let me know how you're doing and yay. Hey Roxy. I wish we were on Zoom. Um Okay, several things are happening all at once in my brain, and oh my gosh. Okay, y'all come on in, let me know how you're doing, how's your day, and I'm excited to be back. Uh, Let me get this, and I'm gonna be full on attention to y'all. Okay, let me get right here. I have had so many phone calls and messages and hey, Diane, I'm doing much better. I am very tired, and I think that's just to be expected. Um, but I'm very, very much better. Yeah, I have missed y'all like crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get this shared into our group so that y'all can have it. Um, Thank you. I want to make sure to say thank you for your love and your support. It has meant so much to me. It's hard to even talk about it without crying because I'm so appreciative of y'all. Okay, I think I have it shared now for everybody. Um, and I can feel those prayers. I really can. And I don't have very long today because before family gets here, but I've had to cancel so many of our gatherings. I just wanted to be able to be with you for just a few minutes and just give y'all some updates on, what's coming, and I'm just so thankful, and I know that y'all understand this. God sees the big picture, and I am so, so thankful. So, in the middle of grief, there's been so much sweetness, and I read a quote, it might be from Elizabeth Elliot, that joy and sorrow can reside in the same heart. And that's exactly what, I've been experiencing, um, and almost in equal measures. One of the treats that I've had is that during the time, because August has been a blur with all the hospital visits with mama, and even September, it's just all a blur, but I was taking my iPad with me, and I was working at the hospital, and then things got really bad with her, and I didn't take it with me anymore, and I kinda forgot about what I was working on. But y'all, I had already been working on our lessons, and that just made me feel so much better, and it felt like Christmas because it was like, "Oh, wow, I don't even remember doing this. Thank you, Lord." And then for our retreat, I had already ordered stuff and I'd forgotten about it. So when that stuff started coming in, that's when I really felt the tears because it really felt like Christmas. And I'm just so thankful for God's provision. And even when we don't know what's going to happen, He's not surprised by what happens. And um, anything that does happen, we can trust that it has been filtered through His hands, His nail scarred hands of love. And y'all, sometimes that's really hard, especially when suffering is in your midst, when you're in the middle of suffering. It's really hard. But you know what? I just believe that He's right there in the middle of even the suffering with us. And He suffered on the cross. So He understands that. And um, I think I've experienced watching someone suffer on a new level that it's going to take me a little while to get over. but I know that he's with me, and he will, and he's using y'all and so many other people to minister to me and to my whole family. So I'm just grateful for y'all. And he knows the plan, and he goes before us, and he certainly has. Sandy, we're not getting a drop of rain, and it is so dry here. Terry made a comment that it's like it's burning the grass. It's hot, and it's just hot and dry. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some rain. We desperately need it. So I feel like I've missed most of September, but I want to tell y'all a few things of what I was working on before everything got so before my mom got so incredibly bad. And I'm excited for y'all to see it, okay? So, hey, Johnette, I'm so glad to see you. All right, so one thing, and I don't have them in any particular order other than the way they're stacked up over here, okay? So I'm going to pull things out for you, and I know that there's been lots of questions about our retreat, and so it's at the top of the stack, not by any reason other than it's just landed at the top of the stack. So I would love to show you something, and then I think I've got this shared over to that group, but I'll go into that group there also. So we're doing this one a little bit different. We listened to your feedback, and for this Beloved Retreat Part 2, we are going to we're going to pull some pieces from the last 3 chapters of our book. And I met with Gina and Alexia, and we sat down and we went through because it's so rich and it's so much content in there. And it's too much to try and cover and create. It's really too much to cover in that length of time, even if that's all we did. So we've got some good nuggets that are going to come out of that book. So if you have your Restore My Heart Bible study book and you're coming to the retreat, you can bring it with you. And I know some of y'all have signed up for the virtual, and you don't have to have that book, but if you want to go deeper, and if you're in Creative Hearts, I like to say going deeper, because we're all at different places, all of us, in life, spiritually, creatively. We're just at different places. And so for those who want to go deeper in the Bible study part, the book is phenomenal. It's wonderful. And it's something that you're going to want to slowly go in. So, so that's the book. We'll do the Bible study, and prayerfully, the weather's going to be a little bit cooler because we've got some new chairs, and we've been working on getting a nice area set up outside with lights so that we can sit outside for part of our time together. And this time we're going to do some journaling. A church in another town, I almost said they'd gone out of business. They didn't go out of business. They closed. And I bought all their hymnals. And so everyone at the retreat will get their own hymnal. And I've never seen this particular hymnal. It was just, they're beautiful. And so you'll have your own. And we're going to use them like a lot of people do Bible journaling. You know how some people do their art right into their Bible? We're going to do that with these hymnals. And I've got lots of fun treats, journaling treats for y'all. So that's one of the projects, is we're going to create art in that hymnal. We're going to paint some on the outside of the cover. So that's one of the projects. The one I'm dying to tell you about is at the top of my stack. So I'm going to pull it over here and show you. Have you ever done jelly plate? Have you ever used a jelly plate? Let me know in the comments if you've ever used a jelly plate. I want to know. It's called mono printing. and it is so much fun. So when you first get here, whether you're in person or virtually, we're going to do the jelly printing, and it's going to start. And I think, good, I'm seeing some people say yes. Okay, Sherry, hey, Sherry, I'm so glad to see you here. Well, they weren't sure if I was going to be able to do it live or not, so they had a replay on just in case. So I'm glad to be here. Good. It's so much fun, y'all. So if you have scrap paper, not scrapbook paper, but scrap paper, like envelopes, like this is some misprints that I had and it didn't print correctly. So instead of putting it in the trash, we're going to print on top of it. And it's so fun. It's so fascinating. But this is some of the prints that I've been playing around and making. And this is printed on, this is one of my favorites, that turquoise color, the way that turned out. This is printed on cardstock. This is on cardstock. I've done a few on envelopes. I've got a big old box, but that's what we're going to start our time out together doing, is these prints. And here's why. Also got some on book pages. We'll do a lot on book pages. I've got stencils for everybody. And if you've signed up for the retreat, I've already ordered a jelly plate for you. You just hand do yours. Okay, Sherry, that's all right. So this is what it looks like. This is a jelly plate, and it's like jelly, but it's very firm. And we'll be doing some tags like this. If it sits still, we're going to be doing it. We'll have some time and we'll go outside and we'll pull some of my plants and leaves. And that's what, let's see, that's what this print is. And that's what that print is. It's just some leaves from out in the yard. So I'm just praying that the weather is going to be wonderful so that we can spend some time outside. And I've got stencils for y'all. So if you're coming to the retreat or if you're doing the virtual, this is what I want you to hear me say. I have a jelly plate for you. I ordered one for everybody. So you don't have to purchase a jelly plate. If you already have a jelly plate, that's great. You can bring it with you, or because if you've used it before, you can have two different prints going on at the same time. We'll also do some tapes. So that's one of the techniques that we're going to learn to use. And we will we'll take those papers, we'll do a bunch of them. We'll take those papers and we'll use them as pages inside our journal. And you can use it also in the big painting that we're going to create. And it's called the Restored Heart painting. So that's what we've been working on behind the scenes. And that's what I had started working on before my mom got so sick. And so it just feels really sweet to pull these out and see that, okay, I'm not as far behind as I thought I was. So that's one thing that's coming. And I put the link for you. If you've not signed up, I have the link in the comments. And I think we only have 2 spots left for the in-person here. Now, if we had 3 that wanted to come, I think we could rearrange and make it so that you could come. Yes, MK. So you've been doing, we do a lot of things alike, don't we? Yes. It's fascinating, isn't it? Okay, so the other thing that I did, and that I forgot that I had done is, and I have a brayer for everybody also. I ordered a brayer for you. I tried to get as much stuff as I could for you so that you didn't have to purchase it, but there are some things that I'm going to ask you to bring, and that's in the supply list. Okay, so for October in Creative Hearts, we did What are we doing this month, y'all? The wreath, the Whispers of Autumn wreath. We also have, and I think it's, let me get it. Hang on. We also have something that Creative Hearts already did as a project, but we turned it back into a kit so that if you want the kit, we now have that available. So this is what we did. I haven't been able to verbally explain this. Okay, so this is the project that we did in Creative Hearts, and it's a door hanger. I think we did it year before last. I'm not positive, but it's in the lesson. You'll see if you've not done it. And I'm seeing a lot of y'all go back and do it. You can personalize this, customize it. So I personally love black and white. I love stripes of all kinds. I love plaid. I love all of those things. And I like them with denim. So that's the reason that I dressed up my girl like that, because she represents me, even though I don't have the same hair color because hers is straw. It's to represent me. You could do these for your grandchildren. You could make them similar to your grandchildren. Do them for a friend, customize them for a friend. You could even use clothing for this. That would be fun, to just add clothing, cloth, fabric, that's what I'm thinking of. Fabric from your clothing could be added to your scarecrow girl. So if you're in Creative Hearts, you already have access to this lesson. What might be new for you is we actually have this as a kit now. So you can purchase the wooden tag, and we have color coordinated bling. There's 3 bags of fall bling. We've got some fun wood buttons for her. We've got some good old vintage book pages. And the best part is we have this printed out for you. This is, I believe this is 10 inches wide, and maybe it's 17 inches tall. I can't remember that for sure, but I think it may be 18 inches. So we printed this onto 11 by 17 paper, and that way you can trace this. I liked, whenever I originally painted this is painted onto watercolor paper. Y'all know I love dimension, and so I painted this using acrylic paint onto watercolor paper, cut it out, and attached it to the tag. Okay, I have to search out. That's a good question. Diane, if you will, send that as an email to Adrienne, and we'll need to get her to check that. So you're saying that you can't. I wonder why it's not showing up, because this was not a workshop. So it should be, and I don't remember what year it was. If I think it might have been 2023, and it was probably in August or September. The traceables, yes, Sherry, they're in the hub. And have you found the lesson? I think you were a member when we did this, but maybe you weren't. I don't remember. But they're in the hub, so you can print it out and piece it together. Is the tracing in the supply list? Yes, it should be, Shelly. Yes. Yes, it should be. If you don't see it, y'all let us know. Okay, we definitely need to ask Adrienne about that. Yeah, it would be several. So if you think about it, we have a new lesson every year. So I know that I don't think that this was last year. I don't think it was 2024, but it might have been. So that would have been a year ago. So that would be 12 lessons back. If it was 2023, it would be 24 lessons back. So that's one way to think about it. You're scrolling through. But I think it would be called Scarecrow Girl. Scarecrow Girl. But if y'all have any questions about any part of this, let us know. So think of this kit now as it makes it easier for you because we've got the wood tag, we've got the book pages for you because that's what this is covered with. And we have this printed out for you in the big version. So, oh, and then we have the tools. This one right here is what I used for her face. This is, it's called Desert Rose. And then this one is brownish orange. It looks more like a rouge color, like for the cheeks, blush, kind of like that. But these are colors that I used whenever I did mine originally. I love doing these. They're so much fun to give them personality. It's just fun. And we need some fun stuff, don't we? Okay, so let me move this so I don't get, and these buttons, I think I'd gotten these at an estate sale. I don't remember that for sure, but I think I did. All right, so let's move this little girl. All right, so the other thing that I have not been able to talk to y'all about is, let me move that so I can stay straight. Well, let me go to Jingle Mingle first because that's in the same link. Okay, can you send a copy of the tracing of the sunflower for the sunflower in the jar? I didn't see it in the list. Okay, Shelly. So, all right, y'all help me out to make sure I tell Shelly. So the sunflower in the jar is very likely, let me think, y'all. So that would have been an earlier lesson. So this might help to know this. So when we first started, we were in a different platform. And so the format was different. And then we moved over to the current platform that we are in. And we had a format, but ended up shifting it to make it a little bit simpler. So it's possible that that traceable is, if you go to the welcome video, it's probably under that. But if you don't see it looking at it like that, Shelly, would you please send an email and Adrienne can get it to you? Anytime you need help, always, you can ask in the Facebook group because a lot of these ladies can point you to the right direction. But anything technical like that, let Adrienne know because she's so fast. She actually knows where things, she knows a lot better than I do where things are. Let's put it that way. They work really hard so that I can do only the things that only I can do. And so, and she does a great job with that. So that's why I don't always know. But anytime, email hello@PamCoxwell Designs. All right. So for Jingle Mingle, let me say this before I show you October, okay? Because I can't wait for y'all to see this. All right. So I still can't get over that it's next week, but it is. So next Thursday. So y'all listen clearly because usually Jingle and Mingle is 2 days. This year, this one that we're doing for the fall is only 1 day and it's on Thursday. So that's different. And I'm going to be doing my lesson at I already forgot. What time am I doing my lesson? I don't remember. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see so I can tell you. Hang on. Let's see. I think I'm doing it at 1, but let's make sure about that because there's 2 different things that are going on next week that I don't want y'all to miss. And the times are different. So let me make sure I'm telling you correctly. Does anybody know? All right, let me get back. Jingle Mingle. Well, Okay, I'm at 1 p.m. I'm at 1 p.m., y'all, on next Thursday, and that's September 25th. Next Thursday, September 25th, I'll be teaching the fall window. So this one is like the grand finale um, of our window series. Here she is. Another scarecrow girl. Can you tell I love scarecrows? I used to take gourds. Do y'all know what gourds are? Like that thing. I would paint those into scarecrows. I love, love, love scarecrows. So this is the design for Jingle Mingle, and I'll be teaching this next Thursday at 1 o'clock. We have I think Brandy said we have about 6 kits that are ready to go. So if you have not ordered your kit, if you'll order it today, she might be able to get it sent out today. And I think I have the link for that. I'm dropping stuff. I think a lot of y'all have ordered a kit. Have y'all ordered your kit for Jingle Mingle? So the fun thing about this is that this is the last one in the series, but what it's going to do, if I can copy the link, hang on, I didn't have all my links together. I try and do that in advance, but I did not get it done today. Okay, copy. Here's the link. Okay, awesome. I see people getting it. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all are getting them. Okay, so there's the link for Jingle Mingle if you for this kit if you did not get it. So here's what I'm excited to tell you about this. And before I say this, there's 2 options. You can get just the window. I've designed this to be interchangeable, and it's meant to be like this so you can change it out each season. Some people are only getting this piece and then they're using it as an interchangeable, or you can buy the complete kit, which is the back and the front like that. The other seasons, this is the summer window with the sparklers and the fireworks. This is the Christmas window, and the little windowsill fell off. And this is the first one. This is the one that started it all. This is the spring window. To everything, there is a season. Isn't that true? Okay, so that's Jingle Mingle. So let me put this down. This is the kit stuff. You also get the traceable, this is more than a traceable. You can paint right on this, okay? You can paint right on it. These are the pages, and even your tissue paper, goodness gracious, I'm dropping stuff. Even your tissue paper can be used in your painting. I do too. And so those windows are the inspiration behind our Christmas that's coming, Lord willing, I'm learning to say that, in October. And it's called Home for Christmas. And so I am so excited. I've already ordered the wood pieces. I've started drawing the designs, but had to stop working on that. So I'll get to circle back to that soon. But they're inspired by these windows. So hint, hint, they're inspired by the windows, the ornaments. And that whole series is Home for Christmas. And it'll be here soon. And it'll be a whole series of ornaments and a painting. So I'm excited about it. Okay, so now that leads me to, for Creative Hearts, I love for our projects to work together. I like for the colors to work together and coordinate. So this month, we're making that wreath And I've seen some of the pictures that y'all have been posting, and I love them. So this is the wreath that we're making in Creative Heart Studio. So the complimentary piece to this is coming in October, y'all, which is almost here. But here's a little sneak peek. This is what's coming that we'll work on in October, and it's on a large board like this. Well, I think it's 10 by 18, but this will be our painting for Creative Heart Studio in October. And that was one of the pieces that I was like, Lord, thank you. Because I really felt so far behind because I've not been able to work. But I had done this while she was in the hospital, and I forgot I did it. So this one's special. This one's in memory of my mama. How's that? Okay, and the way I designed that one is you'll be able to do this on watercolor paper if you want to, or for those of you who like the acrylic painting, you could paint it with acrylic paints. I tried to do it so it'd be versatile. Okay, so now that leads us to our other little sister in the family, the Printable Club. And I just finished them up, and that was also something in his mercy and sweetness. I'd already been working on it and forgot. So this is what's coming for our Printable Club. And I did this one because I thoroughly enjoyed making this journal right here. We did this at the end of the Be Still and Know workshop. And this one, which seems like a lifetime ago to me, but this one I made to put my names of God in here. But I had purchased another one of those little notebooks. So I want this one to be for gratitude and thankfulness. And so I'm calling this next bundle the Grateful Heart bundle. And here's what I had in mind with this. So when we used to do shows, we would travel and do shows, and this is prime time for show season. So so this time of the year is what I'm used to, setting up booths and this type of weather. And so it reminded me of the fall shows that we would do outside. And we call them bins. Some people call them totes, but we would have one for all my fabric. And I usually would have white fabric. I usually had a tan sheet. I would have a big thing of burlap, and then because I love texture, so I would also pull out some satiny type feel paper fabric. So I had some satin that was orange. I had some satin that was a rusty color, and then I had some satin that was gold. And that's what I would use to decorate. And I would have a big round table, and I would layer all those fabrics on top, similar to how we layer our artwork when we're doing mixed media, or similar to how you would layer when you're dressing yourself, your body. So, and it has lots of good memories attached to that. Then for like the earrings, instead of earrings for the table, I would use things that were rusty. Like I had a rusty piece of tin, and I would use that and attach some of my prints to it. I would get cotton bowls, that the stems with cotton on it, and leaves, acorns. I just love all of that stuff. Pumpkins of all sizes and shapes. That's how I would decorate the table that was at the entrance of my booth, because I learned that if you have something pretty like that, it attracts people's attention, and they would come closer and look at the art. And when they looked at the art, guess what they would see? Scripture. So that was my I did that for 20 something years. So that was on my mind with these printables that I'm about to show you of you could use these for decorating a fall or autumn, whatever you like to call it. You could use these to layer your tables for decorating. You could use these for decorating a mantle or little vignettes. But I also, as I said, had this journal in mind, okay? So let me show you what I've got. So inside this bundle, let's see, you're going to have a sheet of, I call them tapes, but they're strips. I love the journals too. Cheryl, I love to print this on sticker paper and use it like washi tape. So you could print these on white sticker paper or clear sticker paper and cut them down into strips and use them like washi tape. But you could also cut them down and use them as trims, around scrapbooking, whatever you want to use it for. All right, so you get this page right here. Oh, Barbara, hey. Barbara, I don't remember what year it was, but I'm pretty sure it was at the Cotton Picking Fair in Gay, Georgia. That's where I first met Barbara. And the Lord has allowed our paths to keep crossing probably 20 years. Probably. Do you think that's right? And I want to tell a funny story about Barbara, and then I'm going to get back to what we're doing. So we used to do a show in Birmingham, Alabama that was huge. And we had been doing it for so many years and grew to where we had 4 booths. And one time we were really shorthanded and we were swamped. We were super busy. And Barbara came to shop with us. And I don't remember if you offered to help me or if I begged you to help me, but she stayed and helped. And she just started coming back each year and helping me. It was really sweet. Patricia, I have found mine on Amazon. And I'm sorry about your printer. Let's see. I thought I had. I don't think I have it right here. I don't have the package right here, but it's in our Amazon shop. And that is Amazon.com, the / thing, and shop Pam Coxwell Designs. But I have it linked there. So that's that. All right, let me get back on here because I had these sorted. So you're going to get 5 background pages. And my thoughts with these background pages is this page is printed onto white paper, but it does not have a background. It's got a transparent background. So like if you put some off-white paper, it would print onto that also. So we've got this, and this one I was thinking could be like a background for some other pieces to layer on top. But I'm thinking I'm going to use it in my journal, and it might be folded like this and be a journal cover. We'll see. We'll see. All right, and then this one, this reminded me of candy corn. So this is the candy corn background page. And then this one, I like this one. It reminded me of some fabric maybe that I had a dress made out of when I was little. I don't remember. This is probably my favorite. It's one of the simplest ones, but it's black and white striped. But if you notice, it coordinates with the Scarecrow Girl, and it also coordinates with some of this art that I'm about to show y'all. And then this I'm calling the haystack. This is hay. That's the hay. Okay, so here's the artwork. All right, so in this bundle, There's two 8x10 prints, and for some reason I'm missing the other 8x10 print up here. But this is the main design. It says, give thanks to him, bless his name. So this is the main design, and that's the stripes that pattern paper comes after. Okay, so you can cut this one, you print it out, cut it down, and it'll fit in an 8x10 print. Next Friday, I'm doing a special thing, and it's at 1:30. So goodness gracious. But I'm doing this with some friends, and this is the frame. This is a frame. It's an interchangeable frame. And so next Friday at 1:30 on this Facebook page, I'm going to show y'all how I take her frame and my printables and decorate this frame. Okay. So that's the big one. There's another big one, but for some reason I don't have it. This one right here, I also gave that one to you in the 8x10 version, so you could frame it also. I just want you to have plenty of options. So this page I thought of for cards. You could cut these down for note cards, but you could also use them in your journal. You can also use them in your journal. All right, this one is the smaller art. So this would be perfect. Like we used to make, let's see, this one on ceramic tiles. We used to do that design on tiles. Well, we used to do all of these on ceramic tiles. So you can print these out, cut them down, burnish the edges, and make a really nice display. But you could also use them on your card making. You could do tags. There's so many options for this, and I'm excited to do some journaling with these. All right, and then these are journaling prompts. So let me show you what I had in mind. So look at this one right here. It says, I'm grateful for, and it's got ... So I'm thinking for this other journal, I'll have these sprinkled throughout the journal just as a prompt, because sometimes we forget. We forget what we've been given, and we need little reminders. And I'm going to encourage you to use these. There's a book, and I meant to bring it out here. Let me think of her name. Ann Voskamp, 1,000 Gifts, maybe. But it's where I read that little book, and it really, I don't remember how long ago I read it, but it really helped open my eyes to being thankful for the little things. Because if we're faithful in being thankful for the little things, it brings joy, it brings peace to our heart, it reminds us of his provision, but it also helps us, I believe, be good stewards of the big things that he gives us. Thank you, Sandy. I had fun with the splatters. I had fun with those splatters. Good. Good. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the birds will also coordinate with this. I tried to use the same or similar color palette, so you could incorporate some of your birds into this set also. And then these, I just did different sizes of these so you could cut them down and do the fussy cutting and make some hidden paper clips, or you could glue a clip to the back of it and use it in a flower arrangement, or there's so many ways. But that's what's coming in October for our CAP, our Art Printable Club. And I'm thankful to have these together, and you'll be getting them soon. I just finished them up. I had done most of the work before everything happened, so it just took me a little while to tidy it up a little bit. Wow, Barbara, 33 years. Oh my goodness, we're not old. Everybody else is, isn't that right? Okay, so let me tell you about next Friday before I forget, and you'll have more information coming about that. So next Friday, I showed you this frame. I'm doing this with some friends, and it's similar to Jingle Mingle. Hey, Marilyn, I'm glad to see you. Okay, so y'all are going to love these frames, and I can't give you the information yet. I'm just giving you a little bit of a little sneak peek of what's coming. But this lady makes these frames, y'all, and she has different sizes. And I could have asked for a smaller size, but I wanted to do a bigger one because do y'all remember how I did? Let me see if I can get it down without tearing everything up. Do y'all remember how I did this? And this is a what do y'all call that? What do we call these? I can't remember. It's supposed to have a glass over it. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, whatever it's called, it's a special frame. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby because the glass was broken. Yes, shadow box. Yes. And Laurie, that's right. It is interchangeable. It's interchangeable. So I asked her if I could have a large one, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put together a display in this, and I'll use my printables probably because you know how we use tiered trays? We use tiered trays to change out with the themes and seasons, and you can use tiered trays with your scripture art, like this one back here. So my idea is we could make the shadow box interchangeable also. So she's designed this as interchangeable. It's got the different pieces in here. And I'll show you more about it next Friday. But I'm going to see if I can fix this so that it has my monthly theme, which is going to be the name of God. I think it's, what's this month's name of God? Is it El Shaddai? Is maybe next month? I think it's El Shaddai. But that's going to be my challenge. I feel like I'm on a bakery show. I'm going to see if I can make this as a scripture reminder box. Okay. But that's, and there's like, how many? She's got a lot of people. Her name is Candy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. She's got 18 different presenters. So I'm excited I got to do it too. And my time is at 1:30. So next week it's going to be confusing because we're not at the regular time that we usually come on. And that throws me off. I always like doing the same time every time. But next Thursday, just a reminder, is Jingle Mingle, and it's at 1 o'clock. I'm going to have to write this down. Oh my gosh. Jingle Mingle is at 1 o'clock next Thursday. That's when I'm teaching mine. Then next Friday, we're not meeting at noon. We will meet at 1:30. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It's going to be fun. Okay. So I want y'all to come, but it's at 1:30. 1:30. All right. So does anybody have any questions? I know I showed you a lot of stuff, but does anybody have any questions about any of this? The retreat sign up is still open, and we would love to have y'all. I think it's going to be really special. We'll be doing the, we'll spend that first, we have 3 hours on Friday to create. And so we'll spend that time doing mono printing. I forgot to tell you, we're doing clay art also. And then we're going to do that big painting that will coordinate with your, what did we do last time? Your bouquet. And then we're going to do some journaling. And we've got extra chairs now. I'm going to post it. Barbara, I think this is right. We've been getting chairs and cozy spaces set up for everybody so that you can sit around outside and just have some peace. and just enjoy being outside a little bit. Let's see, I copied and pasted it this time just to make sure I've got it correct because I'm not sure that I did. I think I do. The printables, you'll be getting those soon. Then we will have a small kit for Creative Heart Studio. Our orders have been up and down, so it's hard to know how to prepare for those. So I'm letting you know ahead of time. Maybe that'll help to let you know what's coming, even though we don't have it ready to order yet. And Jingle Mingles Thursday, the frame thing is Friends and Frames is next Friday. Okay, try the one I just posted because I think I typed it wrong on that first one. I wonder if I can delete that. Do y'all know if I can delete it? Yep, I can. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. I've missed you so much, and I really, really appreciate the prayers, and I have felt them. I really have, and my family is so appreciative of as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get off a little bit early, have family come in today, and we're going to have my mom's memorial is tomorrow, Saturday. If y'all would just pray for us for Saturday. We're going to do visitation at 1, and then the funeral service, memorial service will be at 2. So if you think about it, if you'll just pray for us, we would greatly appreciate it. And we are sad and we'll miss her tremendously, but the joy that we have of knowing that she is no longer suffering and that he has answered the cry of her heart has been tremendous. I have one sister, Jennifer. I have a baby sister, and she's coming this evening, and she lives about 4 hours away, but she's been really helpful, and my 2 girls have stepped up and helped, and my husband has just been right in the middle of all of it, and he has loved on her just like she was his mother. So his mother passed away 25 years ago. She had cancer and she passed away. So it's definitely been hard, but I know that so many of y'all have walked through this and you understand. Thank you, Jennifer. I know she appreciates it. There's a lot that we're going to have to do afterwards, but we'll just take it one day at a time. Yeah. It is. And I think what you just said, Sherry, is just hard. And there's no other, and that doesn't mean that, I don't think it means lack of faith. It's just meaning being honest. This is hard, but he's with us. He is with us, and he will never, ever leave us. And he was with her in her suffering, and now she is with him, and she's no longer suffering. So I'm very thankful. I'm still teary-eyed, but I'm very thankful, and been trying to get extra rest, and I've been sitting outside more often, just sitting outside and being still and being quiet, and that has helped also. Yeah. Thank you, Vivian. Thank y'all for being here, and Lord willing, we'll have a normal week next week. They are God-given. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. And I know y'all had a few questions. So if you have questions about finding anything, because I know we have new members, and that was the other thing that was bothering me, because I was like, we just added new ladies to our family, and I feel like I'm abandoning them, but we'll be back. We're about to come back, and we're going to be together. That's right, Chris. Grieving with hope. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good afternoon, a wonderful weekend, and, thank you again for your prayers. I just love y'all so much. Alright, look forward to seeing you soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.